Welcome to Fire Away, Seriously Funny Conversations, the podcast where we catch up on things that make us laugh
and things that make us human.
We are Matt Bays and Leslie Robbins, and today we are going to talk about
celebrity facial enhancements.
I love it.
Leslie going gray.
Leslie, gray or color? That is the question.
The evolution of hair.
Pop, 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 pop. Leslie gets half a spray tan. Jingles that stick.
With Sally Struthers.
Sally Struthers? God, we're old.
Mm-hmm.
I got some explaining to do.
You've got some explaining to do, Lucy.
I started to watch that, Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman, but it was like a little dark for what you would expect out of like I Love Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sometimes there's a movie where everyone's an asshole? So you're like, who am I supposed to root for here?
Right. Nobody was nice.
Lucy was an asshole. Ricky was an asshole. Everybody's an asshole. Fred Mertz, the biggest asshole of all. And you're just kind of like, I don't really care. So I literally watched an hour of it. It was 2 hours long. And then I was like, I just never got back to it because I didn't care.
Yeah. 4th of July. You want to say anything about the Independence Day?
No.
I can sing Martina McBride. Let freedom ring. I think it's about an abusive relationship. Never mind. It's not about 4th of July.
The song Miss Independent by Kelly Clarkson was written by Miss Christina Aguilera.
How did you know that?
It's just stuff you find out. You know how you hear about what you care about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wrote the song and then decided she didn't want to record it because it was not mature enough, that she had like moved on in her music career to things that were more important. Like, you know, like
gonna
that
get
box.
dirty.
Yeah, exactly. She was doing much more important things like that boxing arena video. So Kelly Clarkson recorded it instead.
I love Kelly Clarkson.
Everybody loves Kelly Clarkson.
Do you watch her
talk show?
I like it. I think she's still trying to figure it out.
Sometimes you think a person will be like, oh, they'd be a great talk show host. But okay, for instance, this podcast, I've had people tell me for years, you have to do a podcast. You have to do a podcast. And I'm like, if I don't have somebody to talk with, this is not working.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself for an hour.
But you
I'm
can.
not that interesting.
Yes, you are. I have heard the voicemails, Matt. I've heard your voicemails.
Well, if we have a 3-minute podcast, I'm all yours.
You'd be great as a teaser.
I can leave you a voicemail all day long, but to know that I'm going to have to get on here and talk about something like today, I'm going to talk about agriculture. You know, it's like, it's just not going to work for me.
I love that you went straight to agriculture.
I don't know. But what I was going to say is Sandra Bullock was on Kelly Clarkson and she laughed a lot. And I couldn't with her laughing because nothing moves.
Yeah. Oh, was Kelly or Sandra?
Sandra.
Yeah. She was like, huh,
and she's laughing so hard. They're both laughing so hard. And I'm like this, staring, trying to figure out what's happened with her immobilized face. But I saw Mission Impossible Maverick.
Not in Iowa, though.
Top Gun. So here's what happened. And then we'll talk about Tom Cruise's face.
Okay.
I ordered tickets because I was going to be a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered tickets to the movie theater the day before because I knew it was just coming out and I wanted to make sure we had tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I got on Flickster. It's the app that I use.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in Traverse City. So I looked up the movie theater. Chris said it's called Bijou or Bayou or whatever, but it's Bijou.
Mm-hmm.
Type it in. I mean, how many of those can there be? It comes right up and I buy tickets. And then the next day I'm looking at while we're eating like an hour before the movie.
Oh, God.
And CIA as in Iowa. So I bought tickets to a movie theater in Iowa here. So then when I checked on them, of course, they were sold out. But there was a movie theater not too far away that wasn't. Went to Top Gun Maverick. Everybody should go see it. If you like Top Gun, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
All of the things work. It doesn't feel overly contrived or overly cliche. But what I found most interesting is Tom Cruise is 59 and that cat looks 59. or 55. He doesn't look 40 or like he's trying to look 40.
So he's aging. He's doing it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Doesn't look like he's had anything done.
Mm-hmm.
And especially at the beginning of the movie, he does like a 30, 45-second moment where he thanks everybody for coming. And especially then you look at him and you're like, he's old. Like, you know what yeah. But it feels so odd to see somebody actually look like that. You know what I'm saying? And then in the movie, Jennifer Connelly is in the movie as his romantic interest. She looks, well, she's stunning, in my opinion. I've always thought she was stunning, but she looks it too, like normal. But then right before the movie starts, you know how they have the ads?
Yeah.
Not the previews, but the sort of the ads about you can get candy, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they have this at the theater or back to the theater spotlight with Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Tom Cruise's ex-wife.
Yes.
And pulled tighter than a drum.
Yes, she is. Pulled tighter than a drum.
But I always say people can do whatever they want because of course they can. And then I say, I'm not going to judge you, but yes, I am.
Apparently I'll judge.
What do you think about it?
I'm sure there are pressures there. Like in my dumb world, I'm trying to consider letting my hair go gray. And to think about that makes me crazy. But
don't do it.
I'm probably 85% gray.
Don't do it.
Okay. Anyway, so that's just in my little.
We're going to discuss this. Don't blow me off. We're going to discuss.
Do you want me to finish and come back, or do you want to just park at it? Is what I'm saying. Do you want to park at the gray hair, or do you want to
act like I've got ADD? Go ahead, where as you were.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, in my stupid little world that is not famous or needs no recognition, that's what I'm dealing with. So to be in the limelight like they are, I think there probably is pressure to look like they always have looked or better. But like, I was looking at some of these people, they're getting like implants at their cheekbones to like enhance them. And all I can think of is like Aliens, where they like implant stuff to make it look really big, you know, like they have gills or something. I'm like, why are we doing this? Just get old. We all are going to. You can't look 32 your whole life. Right. It's not natural. People are expecting you to get old. That's an expectation we all have. So why are we trying not to?
Yeah. I don't know, like about enhancements or whatever. There's just like with anything, just be measured. If you're going to do Botox or whatever, just use moderation.
Yeah.
You don't have to do everything.
There's some women in Hollywood, and I don't want to say who they are, but it's pretty obvious they've been in the news lately, that their face looks so injected, like it's swollen. They don't even look like themselves anymore. Their lips are, their cheeks, like it just looks, and they're saying it's steroids, but it's like, you don't look like yourself at all. Your face is completely different. Why did you mess that up? And I know they say it's steroids for headaches or sinuses, but it's like, come on, we're not stupid. And now you look stupid. And I hate it for them because they're beautiful people that never needed it. They never needed it. That's all.
Yeah. I was at war watching Grace and Frankie.
Yes.
Because of Jane Fonda, who I adore. Great actress.
In her 80s.
But she's in her 80s. Yeah. And it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Like you have to have wrinkles if you're 84.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah. I have them. Chris has them.
Yes.
You've got one wrinkle.
I have a lot on around my eyes. Yeah.
But you're still young.
I'm 41. That's young? Says who?
You'll always be that 16-year-old girl.
Okay. Maybe I can get my face to go back to that.
So tell me about the gray hair, because I have thoughts.
Okay. Well, for you who are listening, I just want to say on TikTok, if you just search this girl, her name's Miranda Parker 09. And all she's about, she's probably my age, and she's let her hair go gray. And I think it looks pretty. And I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you the video of her.
Nope.
She looks beautiful. And look, she has a cool haircut. Anyway,
she's pretty.
She's pretty. And her skin is young. But like,
it
it's
makes
a
you look
pain in
like
the
you have an
ass.
old lady wig on.
But also,
Oh, do you know how many people watching in our age bracket or have done this? I'm gonna
I'm
have to shut
sure.
my mouth. I know. And I just said, looks like you have an old lady wig on.
What, the gray or the black hair?
With whatever won't get me in trouble on this podcast.
Mama Tiny used to do something. She called it a wrench, but really it was called a rinse.
Rinse. Yeah.
With that, it was like gray with like a pink lid. And she would put that in her hair and like
was it the
through.
Shampoo that like had blue in it
full,
or whatever?
Fanciful, I think it was called.
And it like turns your hair like light purple.
Right. She did that. Like, we've come a long way. Women aren't doing that anymore. We're not just going to this like hitting 40 and turning into this like old woman haircut. In beauty school, we called it the uniform layer, where like every part, it's kind of like an afro. It's all the same length all over. And then you do the roller set. And that's it for the week. We don't do that anymore.
What do they call that?
The uniform layer. That's where every part of your hair.
I mean, the name alone should tell you don't do this. I'll have the uniform layer.
Yeah. It's like if you had a long uniform layer and you were like hanging on the monkey bars, your hair would all be the same length.
Yeah.
All the way around if you hung upside down.
Yeah, I get it.
So I had to do those in beauty school. We did a lot of that because when I was in beauty school 20 years ago, it was $4 to go in and get your hair done. So all we did was old woman hair rollers. That's all we did, and brushed them out, perms. That was our regular customer. They would come, Monday and then maybe Thursday.
Yeah. Get that hair set.
Yes. For church. And then they would recover from the weekend. But yeah, I think part of that was kind of a generational thing because women, they only did like baths back in the day. And so they didn't wash their hair every time, so that they would set it for the week and then they would rinse off throughout. My friends would now call it a horse bath, where you just kind of get in and rinse off. Horse bath. Yeah. They wash their hair once a week.
Well, it's coming back because let me tell you about this new generation of 20-somethings.
Oh, God.
They pride themselves in not taking regular showers because it's not good for their skin. And they all smell like dirty head or just straight BO.
Yeah.
And I'm not here for it. And also don't use deodorant because it's not good for your skin.
Ooh.
Have you not noticed that?
Not yet. I don't have any 20-year-olds in my life.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. Stinky poo.
Is this old fashioned of me to be like, who gets hired if they go in smelling like BO? Speaking of skin and beauty salons, I have a story for you.
We're going to get right there, but I need to tell you that we don't have to have a voting contest online. I'm going to vote for everyone and saying, keep coloring your hair. Okay. But if you don't, I will pretend to love it.
Okay, thanks. I probably will until probably 20 more years, and then I'll go gray.
But I totally sympathize with that being annoying. But listen, we all get older. I have tweezers for my ear hairs, and I am on duty at least 3 or 4 times a week because I can't.
Yeah. I'm more like I have a beard like yours.
Billy Goat's
right here. Yeah, I'm just getting chin hair all the time.
And do you shave it or pluck it?
Both.
And have you gotten one of those mirrors?
Oh, God, I stay far away from those.
Those mirrors are the devil's playground.
They are.
They are the worst.
Nobody needs to see that.
It's a hot mess.
Yeah.
And here's what you notice, too, as you get older. We were taking pictures outside the other day, and we're here with Chris's youngest and his friend. These boys are 17 years old. We're like, ooh, look at the sky. It's so cool back there. Let's take a good picture of you. One, that's all it takes. Point and shoot. Yes. One picture, they look amazing. And then Chris and I are like, let's get one of us. And it's a 30-minute photo shoot.
Oh my God, yes.
Because you still want to look cool.
Can I tell my story now about my beauty shop? Because you're going to love it so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beauty shop story. Let's be clear, ladies and ladies.
And Zach Dameron, shout out. Okay, listen, my cousin Abby owns a beauty shop in my hometown. It's called iStyle. If you're in that town, go see her. Anyway, she has a spray tan machine, okay? At like 8:30 at night, my cousins are all like, let's all go get spray tanned. So we go down to Abby's beauty shop, open it up. I've been spray tan before, but I can't probably tell you the last time I was, probably 12 years ago.
Well, and I think they've come a long way since then.
So I go in and I think I know what I'm doing. And so I follow this. It says step 1, stand like this. Step 2, stand like this. Step 3, turn around. So that's what I did. Except here's the problem that happened is I turned around too fast. I did step 1, hands down, looking forward. Step 2, right hand up, look right. Then I turned around and I sprayed on the right side again.
Oh, you held your 2 position.
When it was supposed to do the left side. Mm-hmm. So my entire right side was double sprayed and my left side was not at all.
Yeah.
And I was half baked, as I said. It was horrifying. I mean, it's all mostly washed off. It was awful. It was so noticeable. I don't know if, you can't tell anymore, but my spray tan machine was a bust. They say that that should be what I do for my job is get a spray tan kit and start doing it in my garage for people.
Like toddlers and tiaras.
Yeah.
You should pick people like a senior citizens home. They all get
come out here naked, Bethel. I'm going to spray you down.
You could do it like kind of Jeopardy marathon and do it every commercial break.
And we're back. Look at her now. Straight back from Cancun. Abby also has all kinds of Merle Norman products. So I videoed a lot of that.
We need a theme song for Abby.
iStyle is what it's called.
Okay.
Like I.STYLE. iStyle.
So welcome to Abby's Salon at iStyle.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
She's so shy. She'll be so embarrassed, but let's do it. All right. 4th of July.
Yes. Amer, I can.
Amer, I can.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. iStyle.
Oh my God. Well, I think a lot of people in Moorhead like our podcast, and my Aunt Janet really loved that her name was said. So let's say her name again. Janet Alderman loves our little podcast.
Inner planet Janet, she's a galaxy girl. Do you remember that song?
No, not at all. We went to all the cemeteries, saw it all.
Oh, you did?
Yep, saw everything.
Yes. We are bridging the gap between Memorial Day and Independence Day right now.
It's red, white, and blue. They have that in common.
I saw something the other day that they were trying to do a play on words with red, white, and blue, and it said red, white, and berry. And I thought, no.
Berry's not
Columbus,
blue.
Ohio has their fireworks shows called Red, White, and Boom. That just sounds.
I like that.
Yeah, but red, white, and berry? No.
Doesn't even sound like blue.
I know. If it was a cow, it could be red, white, and moo.
Yes.
I was thinking like a shoe store, the red, white, and shoe sale.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to be marketing and promotions for.
This stuff is genius.
Yeah. We're really creating the wheel here.
We are.
My dad, when we were kids, my dad works in marketing too. And we would go on road trips. Back in the olden days, we didn't have DVDs and phones or anything. So my dad would pass a billboard for McDonald's or Hardee's or whatever. And he would make us dissect 1, what is that billboard? Who is it targeting? What age group do you think? We're all built that way, marketing minded, but we don't have marketing degrees.
Well, and it seems like you'd never know exactly what's going to stick. I'm loving it.
Right.
Everybody knows who that is.
Yes. My dad worked for Dunkin' Donuts, and he, to this day, will tell you that is the best tagline, the slogan of America runs on Dunkin'. He was like, that's the best one.
It's good. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah. He loves that
Love it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the songs or the jingles, sometimes they just stick.
Well, we are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. That's in my head forever. It's
Farm Bureau?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. You've never heard that commercial?
No.
Matthew.
I haven't. Not that I can remember. I remember juicy fruit is gonna move. Yeah.
And Mentos, the fresh maker, or double mint gum. double your something, double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum, double brushing your mouth like double mint gum. Remember that?
That's right.
They were twins on a bike.
I was thinking of Velements. Remember Velements? Velament takes the sugar out. You can really taste the mint. So fresh, it takes your breath away. Cool, refreshing Velements. And I don't know why it sounded like you didn't. Well, it's too early for you. Probably early 80s. Yeah, but Juicy Fruit, I love. The taste is going to move you.
We just don't do commercials like we used to. It used to be all songs, and it was so fun.
Yeah. Try to think of some other ones. Did Kentucky Fried Chicken have one? Or like Burger King? I bet they did.
Burger was Have It Your Way, right away.
Yeah. Well, Home of the Whopper.
Yeah.
But like, okay, where's the beef? Wendy's.
Yes. Was that Wendy's?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. They had that Home of the Big Bun was the joke restaurant in the commercial. And it was just that old lady. Where's the beef? Literally everyone had the t-shirt. It was crazy. But do you remember their early commercials? So they had this song, hot and juicy, hot and juicy, hot and juicy. I'm not kidding. And they would take, like, the people would, you'd see the person sitting there and like taking a bite, and the hot and juicy part, hot and juicy, they would take a napkin and get the corners of their mouth. That's all it said. I don't remember that at all. I just remember. You remember Sally Struthers would do like some kind of I hated her commercials.
Yes, but do you know what I'm talking about? About like, want to make more money? Sure, we all do. You can do it anyway from any of these courses. High school, DVR repair, or get your degree. Like, she would go on about all these things. That one stuck with me. And my sister, to this day, can recite the Blue Star ointment commercial. Blue Star ointment. Ask for it. It might cure dry feet, ringworm, I can't, arthritis. Like, there's a whole list, and my sister has it memorized. I'll have her make a video of her doing the commercial, and we'll post it. Blue Star ointment. Ask for it. It was during the Sally Struthers time.
Well, I love the commercials that tell you all the side effects.
Yeah. Yes.
Those are my favorite. The Meridia. Meridia was the one where it showed the lady running through a field of flowers while it's announcing cramps and gas with oily discharge.
God. I mean, somebody was like a hard up working actor who needed some money. And now they are like the spokesperson for oily anal leakage forever.
Oh, well, they didn't say anal leakage. You just took it to a new level. Basically, they were saying with Meridia comes a spare set of panties you have to carry around with you at all times.
You remember that like weight loss medicine called Ally?
No.
Well, because you would have never needed it. But I read the back of that, and it said that one of the side effects was literally, it said anal leakage. So that's where that came from.
So I had a friend that took Meridia. When I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, he had lost all kinds of weight. And I know we shouldn't like see people and say, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight. But we were roommates in college. Nobody cares.
Right.
Anyway, he said, I started taking these pills. This was like 20 years ago. I'm like, oh, what? He says, Meridia. I said, is that the one with gas with oily discharge? And he goes, oh, yeah. Listen, here's why you lose weight on this. Because what happens to you if you eat a burger is so horrifying that you stop eating anything that's bad for you or greasy.
Eat it again.
He said, Matt, I kept a pair of underwear in the car because I'm telling you, if you eat it, you better be home.
You better be close.
You better. Right. And he said, I swear I've lost weight because I like look at a menu and I'm like, I don't think so.
I can't believe this is where we're going with this. But like, there was a friend of mine who is like super outgoing, the kind of guy that like, he's always going to talk to you. He always has a lot to say. So outgoing. We sat with him at a wedding once, and he told us that he and his sweet little wife, who is his exact opposite, very soft-spoken. She once said that her dream job is watering plants, like just very sweet. And then he's just like the opposite. They're opposites. They were at Home Depot once, and it hit him that he needed to go to the bathroom. And he sprints through Home Depot to the bathroom, sits down, blows it out. Okay. Then While he's still in the stall, 4 women come in. He realizes he's in the women's bathroom.
Oh, no.
And he just sits there like, I'm going to just stay in here. Maybe they'll leave. Maybe they'll leave. They never leave. So he comes out of the bathroom with his hands up like this. And he goes, I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh, my God.
It just cracks me up. Hands up like he's killed somebody.
Like he's going to be arrested or what?
They all are just standing there. And this little guy comes out. I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I would think you would be like, ladies, like I would announce from inside the stall. Like, I am really sorry. I am in here. I had an emergency. I didn't have time to check for the decal with the hair and skirt. So here I am. Speaking of Sally Struthers.
Back to Sally Struthers.
Well, I know you mentioned that she was just doing like hey, get a job, work here. Here's what you can do. But she also did these commercials that were for like feed the children.
Yeah, that one was sad. She'd be like all teary about it.
Well, no, it wasn't teary. She was pissy.
Oh.
It was commercial shame.
Uh-oh.
So what she would do is she had visited some of these areas and it would show her walking through and it always showed the kid with flies on his face.
Yes.
It's a very sad scene. Yes. Somebody who's wasting away. Yes. And then she would like look at the screen and say it just like this. We could cure these kids for the cost of a cup of coffee, but I guess it's just not that important to you. And I'm like 10. And I'm like, this is Gloria from All in the Family. Why is she pissed at me? You don't even care. My God. Like I'm 10. There's nothing I can do about it, but I felt awful.
Yeah. You're like, I better go sponsor this child.
But I had no money. There she is.
I've been asked if after witnessing this god-awful misery for the last 17 years, have I finally gotten used to this? Used to this? How can a human being with eyes and ears and a heart get used to this?
I told you.
Yeah.
She's going after it right there.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not wrong. There's ways to cure it. But I don't know. Something about those commercials.
I'm looking at Blue Star ointment.
Amazing Blue Star ointment stops itching fast. Jock itch, ringworm, psoriasis, tetter, and removes corns and calluses. Blue Star ointment, the one that's guaranteed. Ask for it.
There you go.
I'll tell you what. That just sounded like announcing a war or something from 1940. The guy comes on, America is in a state of peril. Blue Star ointment. Ask for it.
Red, white, and Blue Star ointment.
Yes, we're doing our part for Independence Day.
That's what this episode is called.
No, people come after us because they don't like you messing with that stuff.
No, if they listen to it, they would under the context.
People would say, I can't. And you know what I say? Amer.
I can. And
sparklers.
Oh, we should do a little sparkler.
Listen, if you are a sparkler, get your sparkler out on your driveway or in your backyard. And you think of us when it burns down to your fingers.
And yet another random show from us.
Yes. That's it for us today on Fire Away. We'll be back with more seriously funny conversations next week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/podcast Fire Away, and then on Instagram at Fire Away Podcast. Oh shit. And then on Instagram at fireaway_podcast. And watch us via video on our YouTube channel. We're getting a lot of watches on our YouTube channel.
We are.
Tanya keeps telling me I pick my nose, and I don't. I itch on this nostril all the time. So shut your face, Tanya, and fire this podcast off to a few friends.
Tanya. Oh.